So if you're anything like me, you might be sitting a bunch in your day-to-day life, and that means your psoas or iliacus, otherwise known as your hip flexors, are getting extremely tight. And in this video, I'm going to go over how you can use a Theracane to get rid of that tension in those deeper muscles. Okay, so essentially, if you don't know, the iliacus and psoas form together to make the iliopsoas, and they're very deep. One starts in the crest of your pelvis, and the other one actually starts on the anterior side of your spine and goes down a little bit deeper. And in between all of that is organs and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that we're doing this properly by pushing everything from the side in. For the most part, you should be totally fine, but just know that if you go jabbing yourself with a stick, essentially, you have the opportunity to hurt yourself, especially in the abdomen like this. So basically all I do is I'm going to take this end of the Theracane and I'm going to put it right into my hip bone along the crest. You're going to see there's like the shallow hollowness of the crest of your hip, and you can just relax back, add pressure down in, and you can massage it out like that. The real key here is doing the active release version of this, which means you're going to have your leg bent up like this, and then you can have slack in those muscles because they're actually shortened in this position. When they're out, when your leg is out like this, those two muscles are lengthened, which makes it harder to attack. So let's shorten the muscle like this, apply pressure down, and then release it by extending the leg out. And right now I'm just doing the inside of the hip bone itself, inside the pelvis. And I don't really have too much tension there anymore at this time. And you can kind of poke around just a little bit, finding different areas, paying attention to release the pressure once you lift the leg up. But now, if you want to shift in slightly, you can end up on the deeper muscle there, and you'll actually feel it pretty quick. Sometimes I'll rotate this around. That way I can grab it more with this hand and really anchor in. You're going to have to locate the tight spots yourself, and you'll know when you're on it because when you extend your leg out, you'll feel the tension, and it'll almost be like a burning sensation, but it's not unbearable. If it's unbearable, you need to back off with the pressure. And now one way to know that if you're on a good muscle or not is the burning should increase as you extend the muscle out, or as you extend the leg and the muscle is extending out. If you feel pain when you press in initially, and then that pain doesn't change as you extend the leg, that means you're likely not on the muscle and you should back off. So as you can see, I'm in the crest of this hip right here. I'm bring the leg up, and then I'm going to extend it out. Another great way to locate the muscle is to activate it. So every time you lift your leg up, you'll feel the muscle moving around in that area. I can literally feel it activating as I bring it up and then relaxing as it goes down briefly. So now that I know exactly where it is, I can go back in, apply the pressure down in that exact area, and then bring the leg out. Ooh, which extends that muscle, and it's really going to reduce the tension. And that right there is how to use a Theracane to release the tension in your psoas and iliacus, basically the main hip flexor muscles. There's a bunch of hip flexor muscles, but the other one that I would really like to touch on is called your TFL, and that's your outer hip flexor muscle. It also deals with some of the rotation of the leg, but for the sake of simplicity, it's really just a hip flexor muscle. So you're going to do the same exact technique where you bring the leg up, pin the muscle, and then extend the leg out. But where the muscle is located and how you hold the Theracane is a little bit different. Alrighty, so check this out. The TFL is actually the muscle that sits on your outer hip. It's the bulging muscle that comes out right here on the side as you lift your leg up. And basically all you're going to do is hold this to the outside, pin in, applying pressure in kind of diagonally, and then extend the leg out. If you have hip pain or if you have IT band pain, this is a great spot to try and fix before you try anything else, because a lot of times if your TFL is tight, everything else kind of gets thrown off, either in the hip socket or especially in the IT band. So please just try this first. Hopefully this video didn't go on too long, but this is kind of like a hidden secret when it comes to active release technique and trigger pointing in general. The Theracane is amazing at this. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish they would pay me to advertise for them, but they're basically getting free advertisement anyways. If you want to buy one, I'm going to have a link in the description. It's an Amazon link, and I will get a cutback from that at no extra charge to you. That would help me out. That'd be awesome if you could do that. And if you want direct access to me, check out the link in the description as well. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.